हेलो फ्रेंड्स, केजी क्लासेस में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम आपको लाइफ एंड क्रोनोलॉजी ऑफ जोसेफ एडिसन के बारे में बताएंगे। फर्स्ट हेडिंग, हिज बर्थ एंड पेरेंटेज। जोसेफ एडिसन वाज बोर्न ऑन May 1st, 1672 at Millstone near Ambrosburg in Wiltshire. His father, M. Lancelot Edison, was a rector and the Dean of Lichfield. At the time of his birth, Edison was so puny and frail that he was christened the same day, lest he should die. The family of Edison was gifted with geniality and good cheer. Still, in one of his essays, the Tatler number 25 gives his impression about the family of Edison. The boys behaved themselves very early with a manly friendship, and their sister, instead of gross familiarity and impertinent freedom in behavior usual in other houses, he was always treated by them with as much complaisance as any other young lady of their acquaintance. It was an unspeakable pleasure to visit or sit at a meal in that family. I have often seen the old man's heart flow at his eyes with joy upon occasions which would appear indifferent to such as were a stranger to the turn of his mind, but a very slight accident where he saw his children goodwill to one another created in him the godlike pleasure of loving them because they loved each other. Second, his education. Edison's education began at home, where he first received strong impressions of piety, but he received his early formal education first at Lichfield under the urn of Mr. Shaw, then at Charterhouse School, where he made acquaintance with Steele, who, realizing his sprouting abilities, did not hesitate to live under a habitual subjection to the predominating genius of Edison. Here, unpleasant incident between them took place on monetary matters, but it did not antagonize them. In 1687, Edison entered Queen's College, Oxford, where he earned fame for his Latin composition. Here, on the recommendation of Dr. Lancaster, he was elected into Magdalen College of a Deme. Third, his early literary attempts. When Edison entered Oxford, he had already begun to show his interest in Latin compositions. His attempts did not center on mere imitation, but he was trying to form his own style through his classical studies. His interest in English composition first revealed in his verses addressed to Dryden, and also his translation of a major part of Virgil's fourth gorged upon bees. Among his early literary exercises were the arguments prefixed to several books of Dryden, Virgil, his sketch of several English poets, which appeared under the title Account of the Greatest English Poet, and a few under other prose prizes and complimentary address in verse. Fourth heading है his continental tour. Edison's poem to King's William with a verse introduction to Lord Somers and Latin poem on Risbis earned his pension of 300 a year. which enabled them to travel on the continents with a view to a diplomatic employment, and also, as some critics are of the view, to study and cultivate the art of diplomacy. Leaving England in 1699, he spent nearly 4 years in France, Italy, Australia, Switzerland, Holland, and Germany. While in Italy, he wrote his most elegant letter to Lord Halifax on hearing of his death of Henry III, which caused him the loss of his pension. He returned to England at the end of 703. Fifth heading, his other literary achievement. With the death of Henry III, Addison fell on evil days. He had to take shabby lodging in the Haymarket and was obliged to adopt tuition for his subsistence. However, he was warmly welcomed by the faithful Steele and other friends, including Tonson, who introduced him to the big Cattery known as the Kit Kat Club. The Battle of Blancham in 1704 provided Addison a fresh opportunity of distinguishing himself. Through Halifax, he was commissioned to compose a poem in celebration of the victory of Blenheim. The poem, "The Campaign which took the nation by storm," secured for him the succession of John Locke as Commissioner of Excise, and under Secretaryship of State. In 1705, he published his remarks on several parts of Italy. The popular taste for operas inspired him to write on entitled Fair Rosamond. Soon he was returned as MP for Lost-Withel, and at the later stage he was made Secretary for Ireland, finally Secretary for State. Sixth heading, his later life. The later event in the life of Addison did not contribute to his happiness. In 1716, he married the Countess Dowager of Warwick, to whose son he had been a tutor. The marriage was an unhappy one, for his wife was arrogant and imperious. His stepson was a wreck and unfriendly to him. Besides his unhappy family affairs, he had quarrels with his such good friends as Pope, Swift, and even Steele. In his public capacity, his invincible cynicism made him ineffective in the Parliament. Moreover, his health by now had begun to deteriorate. Consequently, he resigned his office in 1718, and at Holland House on July 17, 1719, he passed away. Chronology: 1672, Joseph Addison, born May 1st at Millstone, Wiltshire, son of a rector. 1687, entered Queen's College, Oxford. 1689, joined Magdalen College, Oxford. 1693, took MA degree. 1698, obtained fellowship, which he retained for 13 years up to 1711. 1699 to 1703, set out on the continental journey, visiting France, Germany, Italy, and several other European countries. 1703, his father's death. 1706 to 1708, under Secretary of State. 1708 to 1719, 8 to 19, Member of Parliament. 1708 appointed secretary to Lord Halifax. 1709 chief secretary in Ireland to Lord Wharton. 1716 married Charlotte Countess Dowager of Warwick. 1716 Commissioner for Trade and Colonies. 1717 to 1718 Secretary of State. 1719 death, buried in Westminster Abbey. His work 1694 Account of the Greatest English Poet. 1704 The Campaign, a poem in heroic couplet. 1705 Rosamond play. 1713 Cato, a tragedy in blank verse. 1715 The Drummer, a moral prose comedy. 1709 to 1711 The Tatler. 1711 to 1712 and 1714 The Spectator. 1713 The Guardian. 1715 to 1716 The Freeholder. Thanks.